Let's talk about the 8 proven health benefits of pineapples that are backed by science. There are lots of delicious fruits out there, but pineapple is definitely one of my favorites. It tastes so sweet and delicious that it almost feels like a sin to call it a health food. But pineapples have been used for centuries for their medicinal qualities, and we're just now beginning to understand why. In today's video, we will cover 8 proven health benefits of pineapple that are backed by scientific research. Let's get into it. Benefit number 1. Boost your digestion with bromelain. Pineapple contains an enzyme called bromelain, which is a protease, meaning it aids in breaking down protein. Now, bromelain is actually a mixture of several different enzymes, and scientists have isolated over 1,200 different compounds from this fruit alone. Bromelain is what gives pineapple its famous ability to aid in digestion. Not only does bromelain help break down protein in your gut, but it also reduces inflammation in your gut lining and helps heal ulcers and other gut-related ailments. Bromelain is found throughout the entire pineapple plant, including the fruit, stems, and leaves. But it's most concentrated in the core of the fruit. In fact, studies show that eating the core of pineapple has a greater impact on gut health than eating the flesh. So don't throw away the core. Instead, try eating it raw or blending it into your smoothies. But be careful when cutting open the core, because that's where the brown stuff is located, and it can stain your hands and your clothes. Also, if you have access to fresh pineapple, you may notice that the core looks kind of slimy. This is because the bromelain enzyme is very sensitive to oxygen. So when exposed to air, it becomes oxidized and slimy. If you buy pre-cut pineapple at the grocery store, you'll notice that the core looks dry and sandy, but that's because they processed it and removed all the oxygen, so the bromelain doesn't oxidize. Either way, the core is still loaded with bromelain, so make sure to eat it or blend it. The next benefit is great for people who travel a lot, or those of us who have jobs that require a lot of travel. Benefit number 2, prevents jet lag. Did you know that jet lag is really a form of indigestion? When you travel across multiple time zones, the bacteria in your gut gets out of sync with the new environment. This creates an imbalance in your gut flora and can lead to symptoms like insomnia, fatigue, anxiety, digestive issues, mood swings, and impaired cognitive function. Studies show that consuming bromelain can prevent jet lag by realigning your internal clock with the environment and reducing oxidative stress in the body. One study found that taking 2 capsules of bromelain for 5 days helped improve sleep quality and reduce fatigue in travelers compared to a placebo. Another study showed that bromelain reduced cortisol levels, which is the hormone that causes stress. So next time you travel, make sure to bring some pineapple along. Benefit number 3, helps fight cancer. There are over 100 different types of cancer that affect millions of people worldwide. Unfortunately, conventional treatments like chemotherapy and radiation therapy often come with serious side effects. That's why researchers are constantly looking for alternative and complementary therapies to help fight cancer and reduce the side effects of treatment. One promising avenue of research involves the use of enzymes like bromelain to treat cancer. Studies show that bromelain can induce apoptosis or programmed cell death in cancer cells, while leaving healthy cells unharmed. For example, one study found that bromelain inhibited the growth of liver cancer cells both in the laboratory and in mice. Another study showed that bromelain enhanced the anti-cancer effects of chemotherapy drugs in patients with colorectal cancer. So adding pineapple to your diet can be a delicious way to get more bromelain into your system and potentially reduce your risk of developing cancer. Benefit number 4, may reduce arthritis pain. Arthritis is a common condition that causes pain, stiffness, and inflammation in the joints. It can be caused by a variety of factors, including genetics, autoimmune disorders, and injuries, and it affects millions of people worldwide. Fortunately, nature has provided us with some powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that can help alleviate arthritis pain, such as bromelain. Studies show that bromelain can reduce inflammation and pain in the joints. In fact, one study found that bromelain was as effective as ibuprofen in treating knee osteoarthritis. Another study showed that bromelain reduced pain and inflammation in patients with rheumatoid arthritis. So if you suffer from arthritis, you may want to add some pineapple to your diet. And speaking of reducing inflammation, let's move on to benefit number 5. Inflammation is the body's natural response to injury or infection. However, chronic inflammation can cause damage to tissues and organs and has been linked to many diseases, including heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and arthritis. Fortunately, there are many natural ways to reduce inflammation in the body, and pineapple is one of them. As I mentioned earlier, pineapple contains bromelain, which has potent anti-inflammatory properties. In fact, one study found that bromelain reduced inflammation in the lungs of mice with asthma. Another study showed that bromelain reduced inflammation in the joints of rats with arthritis. Bromelain works by inhibiting the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines, which are small proteins that cause inflammation in the body. By reducing inflammation, pineapple can help prevent and treat a wide range of diseases. So if you want to reduce inflammation in your body, make sure to include some pineapple in your diet. Benefit number 6. Aids in weight loss. Losing weight can be a difficult task, especially in today's world where we're surrounded by processed foods and sugary drinks. But fortunately, there are some natural ways to speed up the process, and pineapple is one of them. As I mentioned earlier, pineapple contains an enzyme called bromelain, which aids in breaking down protein. This can help you lose weight by reducing the amount of protein that's stored in your body as fat. Additionally, bromelain can help you feel full after meals, which can lead to reduced calorie intake. One study found that bromelain increased feelings of fullness in overweight women, leading to a reduction in calorie intake and ultimately weight loss. Another study showed that bromelain reduced body fat and waist circumference in obese men. So if you're trying to lose weight, you may want to add some pineapple to your diet. Benefit number 7. Helps lower cholesterol. High cholesterol is a major risk factor for heart disease, which is the leading cause of death in the United States. Fortunately, there are some simple things you can do to lower your cholesterol levels, and eating pineapple is one of them. Studies show that bromelain can reduce total cholesterol and triglyceride levels while increasing HDL, which is the good cholesterol. One study found that bromelain reduced total cholesterol and triglycerides in patients with high cholesterol. Another study showed that bromelain improved insulin sensitivity and reduced triglycerides in obese individuals. By lowering your cholesterol levels, pineapple can help protect against heart disease and stroke. So if you want to improve your heart health, make sure to include some pineapple in your diet. Benefit number 8. Helps boost the immune system. The immune system is a complex network of cells and tissues that protect the body against infection and disease. When the immune system is compromised, the body becomes more susceptible to illness and disease. Fortunately, there are some simple things you can do to boost the immune system, and eating pineapple is one of them. Studies show that bromelain can stimulate the immune system and enhance the activity of white blood cells, which are responsible for fighting off infection. One study found that bromelain enhanced the activity of natural killer cells in healthy individuals. Another study showed that bromelain increased the activity of macrophages, which are white blood cells that engulf and destroy pathogens. By boosting the immune system, pineapple can help protect against illness and disease. So if you want to stay healthy, make sure to include some pineapple in your diet. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more health tips. If you enjoyed the video, tell me in the comments section.